Today is Tuesday, the 25th, and we are set out on a mission to build the hardest Yankee team one can build because there's nothing else to talk about during this damn lockout. Let's talk Yanks.
Talking Yanks with old Jomboy, Jomboy Jake. Recaps galore, weekly awards, stat lines, steam and hot takes. Get your Yankees news from these two fine dudes. It's time for Talkin' Yanks. Talking Yanks with old Jomboy, Jomboy and Jake. Talking Yanks with old Jomboy, Jomboy and Jake.
Hello and welcome to Talkin' Yanks, presented by SeatGeek, I believe. I think that deal has started right now.
Announcement, unless it hadn't, but it does.
Congrats. We're giving an extra free week. No,
Bonus
I'm pretty sure
or
it
fair.
does. Pretty sure it
Bonus
does.
or fair.
Pretty sure it does. We are in the DraftKings studios here in Manhattan. My name's Jimmy. His name is Jake, BBD in the corner. And we're going to be transparent with everyone because we're a transpo pod. That sounds like transportation. Which we also, well, a lot of people listen to us on their commutes. Oh. We, this current week that you are listening to this is a big week because we have a big secret project going on. So we're pre-recording some episodes, which, usually is scary because news moves fast, but there's no news. So we're golden, and we're going to do an exercise here that hopefully afterwards people try to do with us. And I think it's going to be very, very hard. How are you doing, Jake?
James, Big Baby David, everyone in the chat. Yeah, we've got a play along with us exercise at home. I mean, we do have a really cool thing going on right now. Otherwise, I'd love to try to play along with the chat, but that might be too many voices. You'll see in a second. I guess the Correa changing agents, I don't think we talked about in here, but we're going to be honest with you. We're not going to give you time on that because no idea, Bob. He just hired that Boris guy. So the update there is Carlos Correa still wants a ton of money in free agency. So we're going to play a fun little game with you. No overlap, Jim.
No overlap.
None.
That's the rules of the game. So we were going to do another draft with a three of us draft. I said, let's be on the same team. And let's try to put together the best Yankee squad we can where you cannot have any two guys that were teammates. And I think it's going to be incredibly hard. So we have some websites up that will help us. We'll do a lot of guess and check, a lot of organizing. There's big decisions to be made off the rip about this. One of them is, who's the shortstop? Because if you go with the guy who's 20-year vet, you eliminate 440 other players. If you choose Derek Jeter, you get 44 other players that you cannot have on your team, and a lot of those guys are really good. So that's a big decision. I don't know if we're ready yet. We will be after we go to GetRoman.com/Yanks and make sure that we are absolutely confident with our ability to be Roman ready. We know our listeners are. GetRoman.com/Yanks now to get $15 off your first month. You know what? We have female listeners too.
Yes.
And I think, they know someone that might need this. Don't think because you're a female that you can't be part of the mix here. Your boyfriend needs...
I think they'd have to talk to their boyfriend because I think...
It's
or
delicate.
their significant other, because their significant other has to make the call with the Roman professional.
Yes.
To get the help they need. But yes, the ladies listening, do you want a Derek Jeter or, do you want a Brendan Ryan?
Oh.
Okay, come on.
Rude out the gate. Go to GetRoman.com/Yanks today, and if you're prescribed, you get $15 off your first month of ED treatment. Make sure you're ready to have the confidence and control this fall. Roman ready. Their system is completely confidential and totally discreet. No big logos or labels on the packages.
That's huge.
I actually prefer that from everything I order because it gives you the sense of you got to open this to find out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't like when I order something and then I can see exactly what it is on the outside.
You're going to have some highs and some lows with that system.
Yes.
You're going to have some what the hell?
Well, Katie right now orders a lot of things to the house under my name that are for her. And then she leaves the box lying around because she's like, that's for you. And I'm like, ooh, what is this? And she's like, more nipples for the baby's bottles. And I'm like,
oh, so it's not your baby. GetRoman.com. Get yourself a baby. So, again, if you don't know what we're doing here, we can't have any teammates on this Yankee team that played together. I think this is going to be like kind of building some IKEA furniture. Like, I think we're going to hit 1 or 2 points where we're like, oh, we got to take it apart. We put that guy at third base, but if we put that guy at third base, we can't have anyone in left field. So I think there's going to be a juggling act going on. Probably no Brett Gardner on this team. So, we're normally a Brett Gardner Stan podcast. I think we're rewarding the other side today.
yeah, let's have the Derek Jeter conversation because I do want to make a good squad, right?
Right.
I don't want it to be nothing but one-year guys who didn't have a lot of Yankee teammates.
Right.
Jeter, there's not a lot of shortstops. You can go Rizzuto, but I think Rizzuto played with better players. You're losing out on better teammates. Basically, it's Jeter or A-Rod, in my opinion. We're not doing relief pitching, so Mariano's out. And then it's Jeter or A-Rod you're taking. A-Rod had 13 years, so he's got less Yankees teammates. But then if you don't go Rizzuto at short, you might be screwed at short. If you go A-Rod at short, you can go Nettles at third, and then you see where that lands you. What are your thoughts?
I think we try to build this team with Derek Jeter.
All right, because it's hard.
Because it brings me into my whole speech that he is... I know everything's come out about the defense and analytics and blah, 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 and I've done that dance so many times. Go look at the hitting stats, what he's done at shortstop. It's him and Cal Ripken in recent baseball. A-Rod kind of counts. But then it's nothing. It's nothing. So I'd love to have Derek Jeter as my shortstop on this team.
Okay, I like that. So let's lock that in. And then the other big conversation is I know he played for a long time, and he played with some greats, but you can't make an all-time Yankees team without Babe Ruth.
Babe Ruth.
So do we put Babe Ruth in right field?
So we'll pencil in those guys.
Because you're losing Garrick,
yeah.
and that's a tough pill to swallow.
But it's Babe Ruth. Like, I know it is a tough pill to swallow, but it's the Babe. It's the great Bambino.
So where are we putting him? Right field?
Right field.
Okay.
And unless we're all-time draft a couple months ago, Babe Ruth very much eligible in left field, but do we think there's going to be more shorter-term guys available in left field? I think we can.
Yes.
This is a dynamic roster. Right?
The only other major problem with this exercise,
Sure.
by choosing Derek Jeter,
Right.
we have erased all of my easy, accessible memory bank of players.
Right.
Like I just said, well, Matsui, but Jeter.
Well,
You know what I'm saying? Like every other player comes from not my generation of fandom now, which is a little hard.
yeah, I mean, it's opened up the door to at least one, and I think maybe that's the first conversation, if not 2 players. Well, you're dealing with some bad years there. Basically, Derek Jeter's last year is 2014. So we're going to get one more recent player. People would argue Judge, but we do have Ruth in right. So
Oh, you want Gardner? No, he played with Jeter.
he played with Jeter.
Well, who's a Yankee that's... Okay, so who's a Yankee...
Claver makes this team.
Well, why don't we just put Judge and put Ruth in left?
I'm fine with that.
Let's start there. This is it's a living document.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of movement here. So I'll put Judge in right.
Because Judge first appears in 26 Beans, right?
Yeah, they never played. and Ruth's going to left.
So if there's a stud 1 year 2015 Yankee, they've got a home on this team.
Oh, my God. So there's a gap between Jeter and Judge is what you're saying.
I'm saying if there's a 2015 Yankee great,
let me find it.
Jose Perella.
No, I don't think it's going to be him. 2015 Yankees. Okay, now, but a 1 year.
Exactly.
How the hell do you search for that?
It's almost impossible to search. It's more of a
Steven
mental.
Drew might be there.
Like, how long was Beltran a Yankee? Nope. I mean, I don't think we're going to find one.
Chris Young.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think
we're going to find a 1 year 2015 Yankee.
I mean, even Evaldi rolled into the next year. So, yeah, we're probably out.
Okay, so let's go other mainstays now. Like, Yogi's out, correct?
Because Yogi and Jeter played together, right?
Yes.
Hand stuff. Rizzuto listed 5'6". Did we know this?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
Do we think that's with spikes?
So wait, Yogi never played with Ruth, but then you have to worry about Mantle. Like, do we want Mantle in center field? It's Mantle
Because
or
the Yankees have a catching history, and like Thurman, who did
yeah.
he overlap?
They have Mantle and they have DiMaggio. Now they played together. Famous story of Mantle getting told he has to get every ball, and DiMaggio was running for a ball, and Mantle called him off. DiMaggio pulled up, or DiMaggio called him off, and someone stepped in a drain pipe and hurt themselves. Right. So that's the story between the two. Mantle or DiMaggio? I think that's a decision you have to make right here, right now. I'm going Mantle.
I know the DiMaggio family listens. I'm very close with them. That even felt like an A-Rod lie coming just when you heard me say it. My dad's a Mickey guy. Mouse and Mantle. So I'd lean Mantle.
Okay. Mantle's in center for now?
God, that takes away 51 to 68.
Yeah, I mean, it might need to get changed. There's this
We've
website.
got a base of a team here, though, that cannot be ignored.
I know. If we have to fill in the cracks here, that's fine, right? But Yogi played with Mantle.
Yogi played with Mantle. So Yogesh is out. I mean, I get the name that's popping up to the front of my mind is Thurman Munson for the catcher. Who's the other catcher that always gets forgot? Bill Dickey?
Elson Howard.
Howard. Dickey.
Thurman Munson played from 69 to 79.
So that just misses Mantle. Mantle's last year was 68. So that feels like what we're trying to do here.
For us to start.
Can I tell you something?
I feel like you're about to when you say something like that.
Mickey Mantle was a Yankee.
Yeah.
And then the next year, Thurman Munson was a Yankee.
Yeah.
What if you said like yes or no trivia question?
Yeah.
I'm 99% no. There was a much bigger gap between those two players. I would have never guessed. If I text my dad right now, do you think he knows that?
There's only one way to find out. Should I text my dad and ask him?
Yes.
We're Thurman Munson and Mickey Mantle teammates.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or like how long between Mantle? How many years between Mantle and
Mantle's last year, Munson's first year.
How many years between
everyone text your dad
last
that's listening
year
and then tweet at us. How many years
Munson's first year
between Mantle's last year and Munson's first year?
And
BBD, are you texting your dad?
I'm about to text my dad. Just housekeeping. Elson Howard overlapped with Mantle, so
He's out.
He's
Okay.
not an option.
So like let's throw a Munson
Let's
in.
toss Thurman in, and if we've got to reset. So Munson goes up through 79.
Hey, but like right now, we have an awesome squad. Like
This team is delicious.
we have 3 guys left.
I guess here's my concern.
We've done an amazing job, and we have only 3 guys left. Like if we have a shitty first baseman, who cares?
We have 3 guys left.
What years
Find
are
a
available?
one-year guy.
But we really only have the 80s till Jeter's first year. So, I mean, it's possible.
What years? Jeter was 95, and Munson was 79.
Yes, so it's quite literally. Oh, of course, Baseball Reference. Just why would you keep working? Why would you keep working?
1980 Yankees.
Love you, Baseball Reference. I'm sorry.
So we're looking for a first baseman in the 80s.
We need first base, second base, and third base. 80 to 94. That's where this gets tight.
So Bob Watson is an option at first base.
And follow up, what's our earliest year right now? It would be Ruth's first season, right?
1920.
14. Or no, that's Red Sox. 1920.
Yeah.
1920. So I'm going to check out the 1919
Bob
Yankees.
Watson's not a bad option. 253 games. Listen, hear me out. 253 games. 1980, 1981, and a little bit of 1982. 119 OPS plus. 277 batting average, 350 on base. So the stats are there.
Right.
And he only played from 80 to 82, so it still leaves us a little bit of the late 80s to mess around with. Should I plug him in now in like a different color font? Because I don't want to leave this page of Baseball Reference and then forget about him.
Right.
I think plug him in for now, and we'll adjust if we have to.
He's plugged in for now.
What year was his last year?
82. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop the opacity on him.
Make it like a gray.
Smart.
I do. So his last year was 82, and we don't have anyone else in the 80s, right?
I don't believe so.
I may have found a third baseman for us.
Okay.
Interested.
Mike Pagliarulo, 84 to 89.
You're trying to get Pags on this team.
Just he fits the timeline. Again, I'm not trying to white text him, but I think he's eligible with our current roster.
Nettles and Munson were teammates, right?
Yes.
I couldn't remember the name you just said, BBD, because it was like just a very Italian name.
Mike Pagliarulo.
You sound like you're speaking French where you're just like not confident in the last two syllables of it. Pagliarulo?
Pagliarulo.
Pagliarulo.
Arulo is the end there?
Pagliarulo.
Pagliarulo.
Pags.
Pags. Great.
You know they called him Pags.
I just, for some reason, I don't like him.
Oh. Oh, my God. I
You'd
may have
liked 85 to 87.
I know we haven't talked pitchers at all yet. I may have found us a guy from 1910 to 1918. Should I just save that for now?
Well, I mean, aren't we going? I mean, Chesbro's available, right?
What year?
He was like 1890 to 1903.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, and pitching developed in the 1910s.
Okay, here. My dad said 1970, first year for Munson. Mantle stopped in 64, I think.
So a 6-year gap.
And it's no gap.
And it's 1 year.
Yeah.
So, yes, my dad guessed 2 years between. So, pretty good guess by my dad. But I guess technically there's 0 years between them.
I'm going to tell my dad right now, 0 years between them. Don't you remember when you were 8?
So, I mean, not to go into the story Ellie, idiot, and savant here. My dad said 1 year.
So he's wrong.
Depending
ask him
depending
what
his
years
how he's measuring one.
Ask him what years he thinks the start and stop are.
0 gap between them.
Gap. Off season. One off season. True.
Depends how he's measuring. If he's measuring 1 as 0, which it seems you kind of are too.
Idiot savant, yeah.
I potentially would have counted 1 as 0. 1 year is the toughest.
I don't have that flexibility in my brain.
Because it was 1 year later, like the next year.
Yeah, there's 0 gap.
Yeah,
1 year
gap.
apart.
My dad said, yeah, never saw Mantle play. Seems like a lie.
Wow.
I mean,
Sounds like he just wanted to get that off his chest this morning.
I mean, he was alive.
So 0 games before that.
I don't know. He was,
Catch one.
he had to have seen him play.
The memories didn't stick.
What do you mean?
I mean,
We're getting different units of measurements from our fathers right now.
I just told him. I said, text him. You had to see him play. You just don't remember it.
Jim.
Also, I just Watson's spelled wrong right now, and the people are gonna.
It has been spelled way on.
He's not official.
Yeah,
He's not locked in.
it's a word jumble.
I know
currently.
we're the premier chat is
Kinda
for
like
sure going on
wontons.
about it. Just calling that shot right now.
Our dads are using different units. If you want to go and use some units, you should go to the DraftKings Sportsbook. DraftKings, it's live in New York State. Can we tease this yet or no?
I have no idea.
We've got a little DraftKings thing coming up that you people may know very well by now, or you may know not at all. And that's a tease, as they do it in the industry. And they are giving you $280 in free bets if you bet $5 on any playoff game and pick the winner. The wait is over, people. Head to the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use all of DraftKings' great promotions and same-game parlays. The promotions are no joke. Like, I'd say once a week they throw out a promotion like, will there be a basket in this game? And if you bet, they'll let you bet up to $30 on it, and you just instantly win. So that's not a bad way to go about it. So download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use promo code Jomboy and get 56-1 odds on any team. Bet just $5 and win $280 in free bets if your team wins. That's promo code Jomboy this week at DraftKings Sportsbook. Eligibility restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for full details. Must be 21 plus and physically present in NY. Gambling problem? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369 for BBD.
I think I found a Hall of Fame second baseman
Are you fucking with me right now?
that fits. Joe Gordon.
JG?
Yeah. 1938, so he didn't play with Ruth, to 1943, so he didn't play with Mantle. And that's our gap there right now.
So 38 to 43 is our gap-a-roo, and we might have a Hall of Fame.
A Hall of Fame second baseman. How the hell did this guy get in the Hall of Fame, by the way?
Oh! Played with heart.
11-year career.
Rings matter.
I mean, he lost a couple years to military service. So
Yeah. Where he
I think there were lower standards for years there.
was going to make a bad joke.
I mean, Jim, I see what you're saying.
This guy's resume gets put up, he's not a Hall of Famer.
I wonder if Joe Gordon was one of the first Robinson Cano types, because he was a second baseman that actually hit.
Okay.
And again, generations of second basemen never hit.
Before and since.
And Joe Gordon, he's got an 822 career OPS, MVP in the bag.
A lot of votes for MVP too.
Yeah, he's got 5 top 10 MVP years. So Joe Gordon
Won 5 World Series.
rings, baby, rings.
So that's our second. That's amazing that fits so well.
Wait, timeout.
Who'd he play with?
He played in 46. That's okay?
I cross-checked him on Baseball Reference Oracle with Ruth, didn't play with him, and with Mantle, didn't play with him. Is there anyone else on their squad that we're worried about?
No, he played with DiMaggio and Yogue, but we're clear there, right?
Yeah. So by choosing Mantle and Ruth, we actually have like a nice gap between those two that we've been able to fill.
With another Hall of Famer.
What happened to Watson's name?
Well, he's not locked yet.
So we had all the right letters in the wrong order. Now we have the wrong letters in the wrong order.
Yeah, he's not locked. I mean,
it feels like he took a step down.
now what's this?
I mean, at least that feels like it's on the way. When you threw the I in there, that kind of felt like, what?
What? Let's find a third baseman. You know what I should have done on this Google sheet? Jake, could you do this for me real quick? On this,
What do you need me to do?
what I need you to do is first I'm going to take all of these. I'm going to slide them to the left. For those not watching on YouTube, that's where you're missing out on just gold. What I need you to do.
I'll have a task for you as well.
What, decipher what your dad said?
Decipher's an interesting way to look at it. Some parts of it I don't think can be shared.
Well, technically, Mantle retired in 68 and Munson started in 69. So they didn't play in the same year. So he had it. Still didn't tell me why, because Jake didn't tell him why.
There was a follow-up sentence where my dad said, I'm a very sexy man.
He said, I'm a sexy man.
Just tossing that in there.
Yeah.
Love that.
Sometimes when you put the pieces of the puzzle together, it starts to add up.
Jake, I'm going to need you to do a task for me.
Okay.
Tell me the years Munson played. It was 69 to 79?
Munson played 69 to 79, correct.
I think this is what I should have had this up the entire time. Now, what about Gordon? What did we just say there? 38 to 46?
38 to 46, I believe.
Okay, I'm just getting these on the screen so that we can
38 to 46.
We can find our gap years easier. You know what I'm saying?
And that's where this whole Watson, what's it
'Cause
controversy?
Jeter 95 through 14.
I have that one. Yeah, I remember them. Those years.
Okay, and then Ruth was 20 through. When did Ruth stop playing? 34?
It was right at the end of Gordon, right? So 35. But that was his Braves year, so 34 with the Yanks.
Okay. And then Mantle was something to 69 or something to 68. But when did Mantle start?
51.
51 to 68.
And then Judge is 2015 to present.
16. We still have that 2015 stud potential. I mean, what this has come down to for me, James, BBD, the chat, if we remove Bob Watson, well, we could keep him in his gray state.
Yeah, he's in a gray state.
We need a first baseman and a third baseman from 80 to 94.
Or from before Ruth's time.
Pre-Ruthian. I scrolled those teams.
You weren't interested?
Wasn't a lot of pop.
Not a lot of pop on the corners.
If I go to a page called like Yankees Hall of Famers, will they just have the years like active right next to their names, like super organized? Yes. Years with the Yankees. What an amazing, you see this page I have? Years with the Yankees.
It's a great page.
So, like, Stan Kowalski, 1928. He's out. Ruth played with him.
Yeah.
But that could have been something.
Yeah, I mean, I was looking at Home Run Baker, an all-timer, but he overlaps with Ruth. Clark Griffith.
All right, what about Willie Keeler?
Wee Willie?
Wee Willie Keeler, 1903 to 1909. What position did Wee Willie play? Second?
Willie Keeler, right field. So
Okay.
listed at 5'4".
So he'd be a second baseman in today's game if we want to put him there. Is he a Hall of Famer?
If you're asking me, could Wee
He
Willie
is.
Keeler
We're on a Hall of Fame page.
have played second base? The answer is yes.
Yes.
But I don't think we have the power for that.
Gaylord Perry, 1980. 80s are open, right?
80s are open. That's true. We don't have our starting pitcher yet.
If you want to go Wee Willie and then...
Oh, Jazzy Vance.
Mm,
That's another good starting pitching option.
watching him play.
He was in the movies. Dave Winfield, 1980 through 88, and then 90?
80, 88, and 90. So there'd be room for Winfield. We'd have to remove Judge.
Well, which then opens up Greg Bird.
Voight.
DJ.
DJ at first.
I guess, yeah.
Or third.
Yeah. So if we go Dave
Gio's been kind of incredible. I know we didn't think we'd end up here.
He fits the team well from a competitive standpoint.
I don't know if I want to do Winfield over Judge. We got to find the other options. That's a route we can take if we don't like the other options with Judge. Because if we do Winfield, then we do have DJ or Chase Headley, some greats. This is a great page for us to look at. I mean, home run Baker, why do you have to come back after the war or whatever? We had him 1916 to 1919. Then he came back.
Thank you for your service.
Who's Frank Chance? We have him. He's a Hall of Famer.
Frank Chance?
Franklin Chance. Who'd that be? Do you know him?
Are you thinking of Chance Adams?
Frank Chance.
Frank Chance was a first baseman, catcher, right fielder.
Okay, first base is open. We got Woods there now.
I mean, looking at this stat page, so he only played 2 years for the Yankees at the end of his career, 13 games.
Yeah.
You guys would love his Baseball Reference picture, just by the way.
Worn out. Frank Chance was worn out by life.
Let me pull this up. Oh my God.
Frank Chance just seen.
Do you have the ability to put this on screen, maybe?
I'd say for just showing the people, if you want to just scroll it over the lineup, that's the easiest way for us to just show the people.
Oh, yeah, here we go. I get what you're saying. There he is.
I mean, maybe it was a sunny day.
Dude, he is hungover and it was sunny.
Or maybe Frank Chance was worn out.
Same thing. A hungover sunny day is being worn out. So you don't like him because why? You hate his guts for some reason?
It's just his best years were not with the Yankees. With the Yankees, he had a .615 OPS.
Okay, fine. You hate him.
He was known from his Cubs days. An early OBP guy.
All right, what about Clark Griffith? He's a Hall of Famer, 1903 to 1907. What position? He's got 2 asterisks next to his name on the page we're looking at here, and I don't know what that means.
Clark Griffith was a 5'6" pitcher/outfielder.
The outfield is done. Ruth Mantle-Judge is amazing.
His pitching stats come up before his hitting stats for a reason. Yeah, I mean, with the Yankees, 87 games, a 2.66 ERA.
Okay.
So
what about this guy,
thrown.
Bill McKenzie? McKechnie.
That's an interesting name, huh?
Yeah, McKechnie. Also 2 asterisks next to his name. I don't know what that means.
Hall of Fame manager, Bill
Oh.
McKechnie.
Well, maybe he can manage for
He
us.
racked up a 3.5 WAR in his playing days.
Looks like the Hall of Famers aren't going to help us. The only option it did is present the Winfield exchange, and there's some good pitching options.
Yeah,
Even
but
though I'm pretty locked in on Chesbro.
Yeah, I'm just not sure we found a better first-third combo than.
Well,
Watson
there might be
Pags.
one out there that's just not a Hall
We
of
just haven't
Famer.
found
though.
one yet.
Yeah.
So let's go to the 80s teams. I wish there was a way to sort just the
People love
Yankees
Pat
stats.
Kelly.
There's got to be a way to sort Yankees stats from 80 to whatever. We
think
also
you
have
can
the
do
early
that.
90s, right?
Yes.
We have till 94.
I'm looking at those rosters. That's where, Pat Kelly. People loved Pat Kelly. Unfortunately, Boggs played a little too long for this game.
Mattingly, too.
Yeah.
Just 1 year overlap with
Yeah.
Jeter. We can move Wee Willie to short because obviously he can play short. He knows how.
I don't think
I'm
he
not short,
could.
second.
Second,
He
yes.
could, dude. He could play
But
second.
then you'd be taking away Joseph Gordon-Levitt,
Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, and he's a Hall of Famer.
Hall of Famer.
Ken Griffey? No. So we're looking for infield help. We still have Pags, who BBD loves.
I think he was pretty popular when he played.
Charlie Hayes came
But-
back with the Yankees.
I'm a little concerned you might not have even checked out his page yet. I don't know if you did or didn't. But
I saw his mustache and kind of was like, all right.
Steve Sachs at second base, 304, 345 on base. I think he did get the yips.
Don't be rude.
It's just honest.
Pags with the Yankees, 102 OPS plus. I mean, he just doesn't seem to fit on the board we have. If we go Watson and Pags, I'm so impressed with our lineup right now. I want to make sure we don't flunk the dunk on these next two spots.
Like the Winfield thing.
It's a really good option right now. But let's just keep checking out these 80s lineups. I'm looking at, let's see. Like, there's got to be a better way to search this on Baseball Reference.
Interesting. I might have something interesting.
Oh yeah, what you find?
I might have something interesting.
What did you find?
Ricky Henderson
Wait, he played third?
was a
First?
Yankee from 85 to 89.
Jim Leyritz played third base.
Yeah.
I did not know that. All right, Henderson.
So if a Judge swap discussion came back into play, Ricky Henderson could also be an outfield candidate outside of Dave Winfield.
But did Henderson and Winfield overlap?
I believe they did. I'm just options.
Options.
These are
If you want
options.
speed.
This is Ricky Henderson is a inner circle Hall of Famer. Like if you were making a Hall of Fame lineup, Ricky Henderson's on that team.
And we can put him in right?
Well, I think we could put him in left or right with Ruth Stang.
I do like that option. Judge just has to finish his career. The people that look at the list are going to want Judge, especially when we're going to have to fill up third with or first with DJ.
Ricky primarily left field, which would bring Ruth back
To right. I think that's a better squad. He's a Hall of Famer.
He is the most Hall of Fame leadoff hitter ever.
Okay, so we're doing it then.
Sorry, Judgy.
So Judge is out.
Ruth goes to right.
Ruth goes to right.
Henderson to left.
you can probably Ricky. You can go Ricky if you want.
I mean, that we'll go Henderson, but BBD with a great point either way. You see Ricky.
So
little concern.
What were Ricky's years?
He
85
was
to 89.
85 to 89.
My only concern would be, and just consulting you guys on eligibility stuff. I think Yankees, it's more center field than left, but he did play a sizable amount of left.
88, he played 135 games in left field for the Yankees.
I think that last year is when he switched to mostly playing left field for like the remainder of his career.
And I mean, Ricky Henderson
I am
has.
fine
Yeah.
with it.
I
I'm
think
fine.
that means
Just making sure
DJ's
you
our
guys
first
are-
baseman. Or he at least bumps Woods out.
Yeah, I guess. Or could DJ be your third baseman?
Yeah, DJ is a third or first baseman now.
Because let's say DJ's in.
Yeah.
Who would be our first base and third base options from the early 80s? Because that's where Watson was coming from, right?
Yeah, but now you got Ricky there.
But I don't think Watson and Ricky overlapped.
Watson's last year as a Yankee was 82.
I thought that was the whole perk of Watson.
Hold up. I hear what you're saying.
That's why we want him. 'Cause
Your guy, Bob Watson.
So Watson, will put him back there. And now DJ, we can slide to third base.
Time it looks like you accidentally put Woots.
Well, he's not locked yet.
And DJ is, so.
And DJ kind of is
You
locked.
just locked DJ.
A little bit, yeah. When did DJ come over? 19 through 21?
Yeah.
I mean, I found Watson.
So with Judge out, if you remember, that took away 16, or we left that 15 gap. Is there now 15, 16, 17, 18 before DJ?
Yeah, you want Chase Headley at third?
I didn't say it.
I mean, you don't got any other options. You want Greg Bird at first?
I mean, people liked Greg Bird.
I like Greg Bird. I'm rooting for him.
Greg Bird.
Still doing his thing in Colorado.
Neil Walker. McCutcheon. Yeah, I mean, I guess, the only other thing would be, do you put Pags at third and you just put in Matt Olson at first? And,
That's what we do on the tweet. Really piss people off.
Really get people cranked up for this.
So you think we're locking in Watts?
I think Watson is locked.
It's like 3 good years.
What were his years?
The 80 to 82? Let me double check it. 80 to 82. The 1980 season's doing a lot of carrying, but
He's the weak link for sure.
We're going to have, I think we came into this assuming we'd have 2 to 3 weak links.
Yeah, we have a bang up squad. Now, what's the lineup here? I mean, obviously Ricky's leadoff, and I got Jeter in the 2-hole. Probably Mantle 3, Ruth 4.
Okay. Ricky Henderson has the bad leadoff. It's Ricky.
it's like the whole thing.
Yeah, it's
And
gonna
I
be,
love Jeter too.
It's going to be really hard to fuck with this.
I've always loved 2-hole Jeter. He wore the number 2.
All right,
People
so
forget that.
you're gonna. This is gonna be very confusing the way I organize this sheet. Yeah, so let's just in your head right now, we're gonna have Ricky in left field as our leadoff, Jeter as 2, and then I'm saying that Mantle is going to be 4 and Ruth, or 3 and Ruth 4.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough putting Ruth 4-hole knowing modern-day baseball, but he'd also love to be 4-hole.
He loves
Yeah.
to be 4th.
He was rather famously a 3-hole hitter because he wore number 3, and it was based on batting order stuff.
And that's just what I said for Jeter with the 2 number.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't really subscribe to that because Mantle's the 3-hole hitter, and I just don't understand why you guys would try to not have him.
I think this is our team. It's an open discussion.
This is a teamwork activity.
You guys,
Our teammates here.
come on now. You don't want Mantle in center and batting
I
3-hole
would absolutely want him in center.
I would love
and
that.
batting 3-holes as a combo.
I mean, you're being a little rude to the Babe right now.
He's a cleanup hitter.
I mean, BBD just made a pretty strong argument against that.
He was famously
Well, that's only
Ruth and Gehrig.
yeah. Until it wasn't.
Mm.
Gehrig lives a little longer. They probably switch it up.
R.I.P. What was that?
He's been RIPing.
Yeah, it's
This just goes.
Babe Ruth is batted overwhelmingly more in the 3-hole.
Where's Mantle bat overwhelmingly?
It's a much closer gap. It is sized by quite a bit the 3-hole, but it's a much closer gap.
So you guys want Ruth 3?
And we're
I
not.
think so, and it's breaking up our speed guys a little bit.
I mean, the modern Yankees would probably put Watson 3, right? Break things up.
I mean, we're pretty sure he's 9, right? Watson's a 9-hole hitter.
I think
Unless
so.
you
Unless
wanted
you're
to do
doing
a DJ thing.
a double lead off down there, yeah. Which I don't hate, by the way.
Who is
Look up
underneath?
Watson's handedness. Batted righty.
Gordon's a 2-hole hitter. All right, second baseman, I mean. Okay. So you guys want me to switch. Outvoted on this. You want Ruth 3.
For me, what's winning in my head is I'm always the proponent of do what the other team doesn't want to see.
I just think having the switch hitter in the 3 helps out a ton.
I think it helps 4 too. I think, we're slicing and dicing here. Getting a call from my mom right now. Should I see what she would want?
Yeah.
Hi, Mom.
Hey, Jake, you busy?
Yeah, we're recording a Talkin Yanks right now because we got a busy next week, so you're live right now.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Well, I'll call you another time.
Okay.
You're much more handsome than that mask, baby.
Oh, well, thanks, Mom. I hope so.
Your ears aren't that big.
Oh, okay. Are you more of a Ruth or a Mantle type of gal?
I gotta go Babe Ruth because he's from around here, I think.
Okay. Perfect. All right. I'll call you back, Mom.
Yeah. Okay, honey.
Bye. Love you.
Now, I don't know your family's definition of around here.
I don't think Babe's from Baltimore. Like
famously.
He's
yeah.
closer than Mickey, who's famous.
But
in
again,
Oklahoma.
around here,
Could mean a lot.
closer than if he was from Japan. So, like,
We've seen both my parents a little loose on the edges.
a little
this
loose on the
episode.
edges, yeah.
It's closer than the Mick, Oklahoma.
Let's just see where Mantle 4.
The question
ends up
that
with
I
the
need
line.
for you guys here is, are you going Munson 5 or Gordon 5? And Gordon's a Hall of Famer. Munson's not. Gordon, I mean, the stats are there, but Munson, I think you need that grit in the middle of the lineup.
Yes. Thurm 5.
I think then Gordon is going to be
Our 6 hole.
your 6 hole with DJ as your 8 hole hitter.
Unless we want to do the double leadoff game. If you'd rather have DJ on base for Ricky than Watson, but
It's you do double leadoff when you have not that weak of a 9 hole hitter. In my opinion. Watson ain't doing much for me.
Really?
No.
Okay.
Is that what we're looking at?
yeah, I mean, just doing a pure stat comparison, I don't care which one we do in which order with 8, 9 there. It's the same in my head.
What about the handedness?
They're both righty.
We're a little righty at the bottom. Munson, Gordon, DJ, Watson, all righty.
It's a little bit of, and then back up at the top, Ricky, Jeter to lead it off. So just both our potential lefties are 3, 4, but you're not going to do them not third or fourth either order.
Yeah, I don't know. I like our squad.
It's a good team. This team whoops any other overlap team so easily.
For other like MLB teams?
Yes.
Or for other versions of, like, do you think we have the best version of a Yankees no overlap squad? Do you think anyone in the comments is going to bring something our way that we go,
1,000%.
we kind of missed that? Yes. Okay.
1,000%. I'm sure there's something there. Like you said, I mean, between Jeter eats up a lot of years. So do Mantle and Ruth.
But I was surprised that we were able to get so many guys that eat up years. You know?
Yeah, I thought for sure we'd have at least one fewer kind of big chunk guy.
When did Gordon play? 38 through 46?
Joe Gordon was a Yankee 38 through 46, correct.
So then, all right, I'm just trying to organize this for the sheet. Ruth is 20. Okay. We've crushed it. Now, starting pitcher, you have options. We had a lot of options. We had Dazzy Vance. We had Jack Chesbro. I'm going with Cheesebro on my squad.
Perfect.
One thing I did forget about during this lineup discussion is that this lineup just doesn't have a designated hitter, so we're only going 7. The DJ Watson discussion was a 7-8 discussion.
Mm.
Well,
Well, that even furthers it then.
Yeah, this is an old-timey
I think
team.
I'm almost more comfortable with it.
So-
Neither
Can you read me Jack
I don't
Chesbro's
think so.
stats again?
I'd love to.
speed, not a part of either game.
And, like, he didn't play with anyone, right? And what years was he active?
Chesbro was a Yankee from 03 to 09. 2.58 ERA. 269 starts. People talk about his 1907 season where he did not give up a home run. Whole season. So
41 wins in 1904.
Okay. I thought we were going to walk away. We thought that this task might have been impossible. And I'm walking away not only knowing it's not impossible, but like confident in our squad.
I like our team.
Judge got a little bit of the boot there.
Yeah, that's tough. I mean, hey, we said it was starting pegs.
But Ricky, we got Hall of Famer, Hall of Famer, Hall of Famer, Hall of Famer, would have been a Hall of Famer, Hall of Famer.
Yeah. Chesbro.
He a Hall of Famer? Has to be, right?
Yes.
So Watson, DJ, the only like may not be Hall of Famers. Mantle or Munson was on his way, so he gets half credit there.
Yeah, I guess that's one of the areas where you could cook the books. You could have done a... Yeah, I mean, you're getting into Voits or like Glibbers or...
I mean, DJ playing third. It's not his premier position.
Matt Olson, Correa.
Could have like really fired up some people.
The
and done-
Martian.
Volpe at short,
Yeah.
You could have really fired some people up and gone. If you take Munson out, it potentially opens up Nettles or Reggie Jackson for the outfield, and then all of a sudden you
get Reggie
Gary's
out
in
here.
there, and then that can really rile up.
Reggie's an Astro now.
That's true.
He's erased it all.
One try to Brian Hope to just get his thoughts on this.
Bob Watson, 14
This
years.
feels
an Astro, 3 Yankees.
so up Brian Hoke's alley.
What, are you going to call him and just drop this on him?
I mean, part of me wants to. I also wanted to ask him the Mantle and Munson question.
Well, he grew up a Mets fan, so I don't think he's going to be well versed.
But he's a sick puppy.
Yeah. You know who? Rose. Call Rose right now.
Okay.
Rose like prides himself on trivia.
Oh, are we about to out trivia, Chris Rose?
I mean, it's not, we didn't know it. We just found out.
We know it.
I just found out.
See if he picks up.
Yeah, it's a weekend. He's with his kids.
Really?
Chris Rose.
Really?
Hey, happy Saturday.
Is that what it is? It's Saturday. Hold on. Let me put my earpiece in there, please, Jake.
Okay.
Story Ollie.
You cannot give out my full name.
Okay. Go ahead, caller. Hi.
We're actually I'm with your friends Jimmy and Big Baby David right now.
Oh, I've heard of them.
And
Big fans.
we're recording Talkin Yanks because we have a busy week that we can't discuss right now coming up.
Okay.
But we just ran into a couple kind of tidbits of baseball trivia that we thought, and we knew a guy that really likes baseball trivia. So
Yes, I do.
this is a very Yankee-centric one, obviously.
Ooh.
How many years were between Mickey Mantle's last year and Thurman Munson's first year?
Okay. Mickey played in DiMaggio's last 51. 60. I would say he played till about 66. And then Munson started in probably 70. I'm going to say there were 6 years between.
So the reason we asked this trivia question, we were doing an all Yankees no overlap team, so none of these guys could have played together. Mickey Mantle, you had the first year 51 to 68.
To 68?
68.
Oh, then I'm going to say 4 years.
Thurman Munson made his debut in 1969.
No, he didn't.
Sure did.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Full time in '69?
We were, always is. We were blown away by that ourselves.
Wow.
I don't think it was full time in '69. It was like his, cup of coffee start the
26 games as a 22-year-old.
Yes.
Wow.
In
Right.
August. So maybe that leads credence to your dad's answer more.
Credits.
Interesting.
Clearwater. All right, so even Rosie didn't know.
Wow.
Nobody knew that those. Everyone, make sure that you text your dad and then tweet to us the responses from your dad.
Tweet us text responses from your dads.
At Talkin Yanks.
Maybe an uncle, too.
My dad had no
Aunts.
idea. My dad knew.
Mums.
My dad's the smartest guy in the world. Mantle must have really faded out that no one knew he continued to play. I think my dad doesn't know how old he is because I was like, he said he was 3 years old, but I just told you he played till you were 8.
Right. Some quick math
So
there.
he might not know how old he is.
And it was 144 games with all-star appearances in 67 and 68. It's like he played.
Yeah, Mantle played till 68. He was an all-star?
He was done playing the outfield.
He was an all-star. I think he was definitely a lesser Mantle at that point. But
Yeah, but my dad saw him play.
for sure. That was never a debate except for your dad. So,
All right, make your team. Have fun. Enjoy the exercise. I don't know if I just unplugged this or what happened, BBD, but it was there. It's not anymore. And I'm so proud of our squad.
we won.
We won. Thank you very much for tuning in. Hopefully we get some news, but Thursday's episode will be a little more fun, prearranged stuff as well, as we have a big, busy, and fun week going on. Something exciting that you'll find out about early February. Go Yanks. Tell them, Grams.
Go Yankees.